Adam Bazalgette here, founder of Scratch Golf Academy. I'm at the beautiful club at Mediterra in Naples, Florida. Today, how to swing through the golf ball like the pros. What are the things we see? We'll look at two of them, give you some coaching, hopefully, that'll help you get that look that everyone likes on this side of the ball. So the two things I see most when I look at elite players through the ball versus the everyday player, in most cases, is I see the arms look a lot straighter and longer here, or if you like, the club head is farther away from the torso at that point. So many golfers jammed in here a little bit, and you see the wrists rotated, so you see more of the knuckles under here. A lot of golfers, the club's there. Let's have a look in slow motion, start to flesh this out a bit. So fairly common looks here. In we come, and pretty good look there, but kind of a chicken wing, dragging it a little bit, and you can see the elbows are spreading apart. There's not a lot of energy out to the golf club. Let me just put one of mine right there. We'll contrast it. And the golfer on the right, again, pretty good look coming in. Pretty similar, really. But if you look there, the arms drag. The club doesn't really gain much energy. It's hanging down here. The glove is visible there. And just watch mine. You'll see my arms pop a little more into a straight position. You'll see the energy transfer to the club where it whips and passes my forearms. And you'll see that telltale look that you so often see with top-notch players. If I flatter myself there, of the glove appearing underneath the lead forearm. So the question is getting the energy to the golf club. I've given thousands, let's say, of lessons to slicers, picked up a few things over the years. I have put together a free 7-video course for you. If you want to hit the link below this video, happy to get that to you. I think it's pretty helpful. I think you could really pick up some tips that are easy to use. Anyway, happy to get it to you, free for you, if you click the link below. So in the first case where we see the golfer chicken wing it, that sort of a look, usually what happens is they're thrusting too much with the club at the start. Generally, the club starts to cut across the target line, and all that thrust, the arms just break down against the resistance of the body. The other kind, generally we're breaking it into two kinds where everything just kind of wipes along. There's not much energy. They fail to load the shaft properly. So that's really our underlying principle. If you can load the shaft and create some stored energy, keep the club coming from the inside, then if you can stabilize enough to transfer the energy and crack the whip a little bit, like snapping a towel long, you're on the right track. Let's look close up and start to dig in. So the more effectively I load the club and store lag, the more this trail arm will be under, which is a good thing. We'll show you in a moment on your swing plane there. But there is a predisposition then to leave the club face open. So that's where this tilting of the club and this look in the glove you get with great players comes from. So again, remember, we don't want to square the club that way. It's this way, popped this way with the hands going through. Okay, the more I can get that load, the more I can get that arm in front of me and more underneath. Picture skipping a rock. The more that helps get the club on a good swing plane here. And again, when the club's loaded more and it's more behind me, there's more potential to snap. Once you thrust it and get out here, there's not much left of energy at the club. Now, let's assume for a second, we're starting to get a feel for this. Let's assume you're getting pretty good at that. And this isn't an exhaustive lesson on lag, but let's assume that for a second. We have to create resistance specifically in two areas in order to really capitalize and crack the whip. Let's have a look. So Fred Couples here, one of the all-time gifted ball strikers. He has the rare ability to make it look like he's not trying hard and is actually crushing the ball. So phenomenal load of the club there. Watch his left hip, left leg. Watch how they push up a bit. Watch how stable that left leg is for a few frames. Just look at that. You could translate that not just to the left leg, but the hips. And I want you to watch his arm. Here's the club head here. Left arm, let's say, is there. Now, in the time he's moved the club head all that distance, his left arm is literally, and his shoulder have hardly moved anywhere. So great ability to resist and smash it through to the finish. Okay, quick word before we work on this. I've taught golf for decades, watched who knows how many people try to do these things. Some people with some diligence, they can stand in front of the mirror. It looks reasonably good. Doesn't look like that when they hit, though, in many cases. And the reason is they kind of know what the positions are. This thing's heavy at high speed, but they haven't created good motion patterns to strike those positions when they're really in the thick of it doing it. So let's look at a couple of things. First thing we saw Fred do there was resist with his lower. So the lower has a huge role to play in storing energy, as we saw that, independent of the club. But once it's done that, it needs to start to stabilize. And if you're having a hard time feeling that, a little practice drill you might do is make some swings, no ball initially, and as you swing through, slide your right foot back behind you here a little bit. Like this sort of a drill. You'll start to feel some resistance. Don't swing hard and hurt your back. Slide that through a little bit, then take a few without doing that. You can hit a few off a tee like that. Great way to feel resistance, assuming you've already used your lower body properly before you go. The other thing, I like to feel this lead arm. I like to see people feel that that tricep grabs a hold of the rib cage, fairly stable in the shoulder. I mean, if you picture if there was a little telephone pole there and I'm swinging unawares of it, other than the broken arm I'd get, and my arm hit that, you can bet that club's going to release. So if you can hit some balls and as you go in there, feel some resistance and feel the tricep really dig in there, you'll start to feel some energy pop out to the club. You just have to mix and match things and do it on a small enough scale. And again, if you can get sufficient lag and you can get your weight here and the shaft loaded in that right arm here, create some resistance, tilt the face, you'll start to have this feeling. Don't camp out on it for hours. Do 15 shots like that, then go back to normal ones, back to these, back to normal ones, and film yourself if you can. You can do it.